Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about American Horror Story episode 6, right? I can never remember what number it is, but this is called Midwestern Assassin. I saw the name of it and I was like, what's happening? And then the opening scene happened and I was like, oh. So this has to be by far the most intense episode, at least for me. I mean, they just really jump right into this episode, don't they? If you haven't seen it yet, they start out, I mean, I hope that if you're watching this you've seen it, but if not, I'm gonna explain it to you, so lots of spoilers as usual. They open up the episode with a shooting happening at Kai's speech that he's given. Shots break out and people are shot. And the beginning scene was by far the most intense that this season has gotten, because one of my biggest fears, like it's something that I always think about it when I'm out in public, that is being in a shooting of some kind. And there have been situations where I feel highly uncomfortable, movie theaters for instance. I get paranoid every time someone walks into the theater, especially if they're alone, if they got a big old backpack on. One time in school, I'm getting on a tangent, I'm sorry. One time in school, I was in class, minding my own business. It was an evening class, which made it 10 times worse. And we're all just sitting there and all of a sudden this kid comes in, shuts the door behind him and stands in front of it. And he's just standing there, staring at us. Not doing anything. Teacher's not even addressing him. The teacher's not like, can I help you? Finally, some girl in the back is like, can we help you? You're making us all really nervous. He just needed to ask the teacher a question, but I think he was too scared to interrupt, so he was just gonna wait until a good time. And then another time, it's like a story time video. Another time I was in the parking lot of my school, at my university, and I saw a shotgun laying in the back seat of someone's car, which that's not illegal. It was weird that there was a shotgun in a car on campus. That made me uncomfortable and I called security. I called the campus police and they took care of it. So I am just, these things really get to me. They get to me so much. So I felt so much anxiety watching this beginning scene because Ivy is going around and she's running and then all of a sudden she freezes and starts panicking and then someone gets shot right in front of her, and it just feels so real because I don't think they're editing it a lot, so it just feels like one continuous take of like real time how a shooting would happen, and I think that is what makes it so horrifying. And then at the end of the shots being fired, you hear the police come, the SWAT come, and they're like, drop the gun. They reveal who has the gun, and it's Allie. And I thought it was weird that they revealed to us so soon, but sometimes they'll do that, so then we go into the backstory of how we get to this point, which is exactly what this episode is, how we get to the beginning scene, and the development and everything. But I did think it was weird they revealed it so soon. So I was like, did she snap? Like I thought she was going after Ivy because in the end of the last episode, Meadow told her that your wife is involved in this cult and Kai's the leader. Because a lot of the shots, or at least some of them towards the end, were directed towards Ivy. So I assumed it was her and she had just snapped and decided to try to kill Kai, and then also kill her wife. So it's revealed to us that there's a romance between Kai and Meadow. Not sure how I feel about that, but I think it shows a really good example of how manipulative he is, because he's willing to go to those lengths and to have a relationship with someone, lead someone on, because you know he's not genuinely interested in her. He's just using sex and romance to manipulate her into doing what he wants. That's very evident towards the end of the episode, when he's like telling her what she's gonna do as he's having sex with her, like as he is, you know, going, he's like, so you're gonna try to assassinate me, you're gonna fail, and then it'll be our eternal secret, so you don't have to lie to the police. Do you get me? Wow, what a turn on. But that scene was really good because it showed, I mean, Evan Peters in this season, like, so good, right? So one thing that I had a question about was when Allie takes Meadow to her counselor, because she doesn't know yet that her counselor is involved at all in any of this. She thinks that he's still an innocent person in all of this, which it was revealed to us a long time ago that he wasn't. So she brings Meadow there and it's like, she just told me all this stuff, like, I'm not lying, I'm not making this up, I'm not crazy. Listen to her, sit here for 2 hours, talk to her, I'm gonna be back. So then I'm not sure, this is where it got a little confusing. I'm not sure if Meadow and the counselor have never met, because I don't know if they've ever showed that in the season, but he's explaining to Allie at the end that, hey, I had to let her go, like, she's not my prisoner, and Allie's upset, and he's like, I did talk to her, and she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything about a cult, and it flashes back to him having a conversation, and they act like they don't know each other. So it could be one of two things. Either they've never met, which that makes me question a lot, because why would they have never met? Why would she not know who he was? Or it's that the flashback is him telling Allie what happened, even though that's not really what happened, and that he obviously knows who she is and let her go. So that was just a question that I had. And then at the end, we see everything play out. We see Meadow try to assassinate Kai, shoot him in the leg so he can survive, and then she just starts firing into the crowd, which I think she did that to make it seem more like a shooting, and I don't really know. And how did they know exactly what Allie was going to do so that she would take the fall? Or was that not part of the plan? Was the plan just to have Meadow shoot him and then shoot herself, and then she seemed like a person who just wanted to kill him and then everything was good? Or did they do it on purpose to make Allie look really bad, obviously, but they couldn't anticipate how Allie would react, so that doesn't seem like a very good plan to me. But if it was their plan, everything went perfectly, of course, because it's a show, and Allie grabs the gun from Meadow, and now she looks like the shooter because Meadow, as they're both holding the gun, puts the gun in her mouth and shoots herself, and says this is what eternal love looks like. Which that right there is a very chilling line, because I feel like that is reality in a lot of cults, that they are that obsessed and that convinced that they will have eternal love if they die. And that is very scary. So I tip my hat to this season, honestly, because it's not anything like they've done before, and it's scary in a whole new way, because yes, there's some gore here and there, but that's not even what makes this show horrifying. And usually I get mad at like, oh, the people are monsters, that's what's scary about it, like The Mist. No. But I think they're doing a really good job at showing how scary things can escalate and cults can form, and how pretty much anyone can be convinced to joining a cult if they're in the right headspace, if they're vulnerable. But yeah, let me know what you think about this episode. If you agree with me that the show is just progressing better and better, or if you're kind of disappointed in this season, just let me know any of your thoughts down below, and any guesses of what's going to happen, any predictions for the future episodes. Go ahead and leave that down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.